Hello, masters. Today, the ritual that I use every day to manifest miracles and make the law of attraction work fast. Sound too good to be true? It's not. It isn't, you guys. You are literally manifesting equipment. Your body and your mind are literally equipment for manifesting. And this is something I talk about all the time on this wonderful YouTube channel, which is the fact that modern science seems to be kind of going that way, guys. That's what they're talking about. Lothar Schaefer, you got Greg Shaitan talking about it, Max Tegmark. We think that the universe is mind, like a higher mind, which from our point of view as a mere mortal, we would experience that as something deeply spiritual, but it's really technically it's a more advanced mind. It's God. It's the all, right? It's this divine intelligence that's all around you. And that's exactly what today's video is all about. Integrating into that and allowing it into your life to bring you the things that you desire and you deserve. You guys, you deserve abundance. You deserve love. Love is not just an extra, a bonus. It's something that humans need, guys. We need connection. It's part of who we are as humans. Health, got to have it. You got to have that. It's so important, guys. What's the point of manifesting a soulmate and abundance and all these things if you're just going to die when you're like 60? So here's a book I want to share with you. This is from Uncle Joe. I lovingly refer to him as dear old Uncle Joe, Dr. Joe Dispenza. You probably heard of him. This book is going to change everything for you. And I have my paid coaching students read this book. There's one other one that I have them read first, but this one is kind of the core of what today's video is all about. And it's something that you really want to, beyond any kind of like a daily ritual, you want to integrate it into your daily life, like from moment to moment to moment. It's something that you will learn to slowly incorporate into your lifestyle. You're adding this into it. It's kind of like breathing. You don't even think about it anymore after a while. So we'll talk about that. But this ritual is something you're going to have to make time for it. But if you can master this, you guys, this is going to change everything. We just had a coaching call today with some of my manifesting students, and we talked about how if you make becoming a manifesting master the goal instead of the things that you want, health, wealth, relationships, right? If you make becoming a master the goal, you'll get all that other stuff that you want, right? So what I tell people is, at least for now, if you're kind of new to this, if you feel like you're struggling, it's not working, something's missing, right? You're in the right place. What I would advise is to make the art of reprogramming and of being a master, make that your goal. So in other words, where one day you find yourself, like, you get out of bed one day and you're going about your day and then you stop and you go, wait a minute, I've got this new habit now. I wasn't doing this a year ago or 2 years ago. I just do it. Huh. Okay. Is this what Kurt was talking about? Right. So when it gets to that point where you just automatically, like, you hear some kind of limiting self-talk or some doubt, or there's some kind of emotional response to some external stimuli that you know isn't really right for you, it doesn't really serve you. It's like old programming, maybe from your childhood or something. When you start to notice that stuff and just automatically reframe it and reprogram it, right? When you've gotten to the point where you're just automatically doing that without even having to think about it, it's just a habit. That's when you know you've achieved this goal that I'm talking about. So that's my advice to you is to make getting to the part where that becomes your habit, make that the goal. And if you do that, all that other stuff, it'll show up, you guys. Something that people don't want to be told, and they do not fucking want to hear this shit all day long, okay, is that there's no quick fix. And the thing is, something that's interesting, you guys, and I know this is how this works for YouTube. You'll see if you go through my YouTube channel, it's all stuff like here's 3 signs you're going to win the lottery fucking today. Here's 9 signs your lover is coming back. Here's how to get your person to come back right now, right? Like people want that instant gratification. And I know that's how YouTube works. I know how I'm supposed to get you to click on my video. But you guys, I'm not going to kid you about the fact that that's not what I'm all about. What I'm all about is getting you results. You guys need to understand this. The law of attraction is real, you guys, but you're going to have to put some effort into this. Think about this. If you could sit on the couch and hold out your hand, if well, never mind that. Let me use a different analogy. If I told you all you had to do was reprogram these beliefs and make that a habit every day, and if you did that for 10 years, you'll get $1 million. Would you do it? I mean, $1 million over 10 years, how much is that? That's what, $100,000 a year, right? 100,000. Yeah, duh. Yeah, 100,000. I mean, most people they would jump right on that because $100,000 in a year, that's a lot of money to most people. Most people aren't making anywhere near that much. And I'm telling you, all you have to do is some magic trick. And by the way, it takes no more effort for the universe, really, to manifest for you a dollar than it does $10 million. So again, what if I told you you could do this inner work and after 10 years you get $10 million? All you have to do is wait 10 years. Would you do it? Would you wait 10 years if you knew there was a guarantee that you're going to get $10 million? Of course you would. So why do people want that instant gratification? They want to click on the video that says here's 3 signs you're going to win $1 million right now. The lover of your dreams is coming. And that's the part about YouTube that I don't love because I know that's what gets a channel to grow. But my formula has always been, okay, well, I guess I'll put those kinds of titles and thumbnails and videos so that you guys will click on them. And then I'm going to do exactly what I'm doing right now, which is to truth bomb you, give you the real straight dope on this. Because you guys, I'm telling you, this works if you're willing to do this. Now that I've got kind of the setup all done, like why this works, like kind of like what level you need to be thinking about this on, right? Now let's talk about the actual manifestation ritual itself. Because again, this is something I practice every morning in the morning. It takes about an hour. You don't have to spend a whole hour on it, but you might, again, if all you had to do was set aside an hour to do this every morning, and after 5 years, 10 years, whatever, you're going to get millions of dollars. Would you do it? It's only 5 years and you're going to get like 10 million bucks. Would you do it? Of course you would. Set aside an hour to meditate and do some other things, and I get $1 million. Sure. So think about that. But also the the techniques involved of doing this ritual. I throughout the day, I'll do like a shortened version of the same thing. I'll do these micro meditations like every couple of hours, maybe every hour or two, and it just takes a minute. And again, even the reprogramming and the constant monitoring of my thoughts and emotions, that's always going on. You'll just get used to it. It's like a habit, like walking and breathing, right? And it sounds maybe hard right now, but again, it's no different than learning any other skill, riding a bike, driving a car, learning how to operate an Excel spreadsheet. I don't know. You guys, you're smart enough to do that. You can do all those things. And the amount of effort required, if you think about it, to manifest $1 million by doing it this way, way less, way less, dude. Then I don't know, you go out and work for it really hard. And I mean, you have to do things too when you're manifesting. There is doing, but what I'm telling you is you start with being, and then it's like opportunities and resources, they're just drawn to you so much more easily than if you did it the old fashioned way. So I'm going to explain this ritual to you, and then we'll talk about like what you're doing throughout the day too. So I get up, go to the bathroom, drink a glass of water, no coffee, no tea, no stimulants, no caffeine. Um, I find, and maybe you have a different experience, but I found that um, like caffeine and stuff in the morning, it makes it harder for me to meditate. It makes my mind start to race. So I wait, and I love my coffee too, damn it. But I do it. I'll take my water, vitamins, go sit down on my chair, and I meditate. And the way that I start is to just do like a plain Jane meditation, a vanilla meditation, like no frills, no techniques, nothing. You can do music if that helps you. Some of you, maybe you need to do that. Guided meditation. I've got playlists on my YouTube channel. I try to set this up. This isn't my first rodeo, by the way, you guys. I've got other platforms that I'm on already. I've coached thousands of spiritual coaching students. So I've got all these resources on this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is new. If you go to the homepage of this YouTube channel, you'll see several playlists. I'm looking at them right now. There's guided meditations. There's a playlist called Zen, where and it starts out a little bit lively, but the further you go, it gets more deep and like calm. And it's good music to meditate to. Ishq, there's another playlist called Ishq. That's all good to meditate to. So I've got those. If you don't know a lot about like what's a good guided meditation, maybe you're new to all this stuff. So I kind of put those resources on there if you need those. So I'll do that for, you know, um, well, I do that for like 35, 40 minutes. I meditate, but it includes this too, right? So when I start, it's just a plain ordinary meditation. If it's a Sunday, then I'll do that for longer too. I love meditating so much. So 10 minutes, plain old meditation, and then read this book. Read it from beginning to end, because there's a meditation that he has you doing in here. It's called the induction meditation, where he takes you through like all the different parts of your body and moving. It's this practice of like moving awareness around in your body, right? And so you're getting used to that for the purpose of demonstrating that it's like moving your arm or moving your hand. You can literally move your consciousness around. Okay. And what he ends up doing by the end of it is your consciousness moves out into the whole entire universe, which, I mean, that's a real thing because consciousness is out there, guys. It's non local. I've already talked about that plenty in other videos on this YouTube channel. They've proven that consciousness is not coming from in the brain. It's out there somewhere, right? And so it's already you. So it's not really even that you're connecting to it. It's really like you're releasing the ego's resistance to your true ultimate nature. But you feel this expansion and you feel that you actually occupy the volume of the whole universe. And then at that point, what Joe Dispenza has you do is kind of let go as you're visualizing your goal. Okay. And what you're doing at the same time is you're giving it to this higher source, this divine intelligence that's all around us. You guys, we're living in a living being. The universe is a living organism. And again, even modern physics, they have the theory of information realism. And you got, again, guys like Gregg talking about, yeah, the universe is mind, it's mental. And he's way up there in the scientific world, highly respected mathematician. This is where the conversation's at in the physics community. And of course, they're not going to tell you that on the mainstream. And I think you guys know why that is. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. But the fact is, there is this intelligence all around you that wants to help you and interact with you. And what Joe Dispenza is getting you to do is to surrender to that and to trust it, okay, in this meditation. Now, after the meditation, again, it takes about, for me, if I try to do it fast, and I mean my idea of fast, it takes about 40 minutes. You might get it done in 20 minutes. Um, but however you do it, again, I strongly recommend that you make time for this stuff, guys. If all you had to do was set aside an hour in the morning, get out of bed a little bit early, get up before your kids get up so you can have some peace and quiet, I don't know, whatever, figure it out, right? Or do it at night or do it in the middle of the day or something. Make time for it and do this every day for 5 years. You're going to get 10 million bucks. Would you do it? Of course you would. So get started. Now, after this meditation, what I do is I I set the mood, right? So I get up after the meditation, I set the mood, whatever that is. For me, it's all the usual stuff, candles, incense. I put like some inspiring music on. I got some crystals. None of that stuff actually causes anything to manifest. This does. This. Your body and your mind are literally equipment for manifesting. They are manifesting equipment. You were literally designed for this. Excuse me. You were literally engineered for this, designed for this. And I've made videos about that too. The number two human chromosome. How did that happen? And why do we have this amazing ability to exist on multiple planes all at once? That's what the chakras are. Well, anyway, bending reality around how you feel in your body. Remember what Neville Goddard said, feeling is the secret, right? So the idea of doing all these things, candles, incense, music, whatever you want to do, whatever is good for you, is to set a mood. Because what you're going to start doing next is cultivating these emotional experiences. Okay. This is extremely powerful, you guys. And I've manifested a lot of amazing shit this way. So I'll set the atmosphere. I put on music that's inspiring, makes me feel good, or is just calming. If you go to the playlists on my YouTube channel, the Zen playlist, kind of those first 10 or 12 tracks, they're all a little bit more lively. And that's usually what I listen to at this part, right? But they still have kind of I guess what you would call a spiritual feel to them, right? Okay. So now I'm going to do the heart brain coherence technique. I'll link a video down below for you. I believe it was Gregg Braden. Yeah, Gregg Braden explains. I got to make my own one of these days. But how to do that, it's from the Heart Math Institute. It's been scientifically validated. So creating this coherence between your heart and your brain, okay, by touching your heart and cultivating these emotional experiences and doing some breathing techniques as you're doing that, okay? And I I try to remain in a certain kind of emotional state for at least 10 minutes. You have to do it for a minimum of, I think it's 7 minutes is the minimum for it to really work. But the longer you can do it, the better. Okay. So I'll do that for 10 minutes, whatever it is I'm trying to manifest money. Maybe you're trying to manifest a soulmate, a person, right? However you would feel if you already had that thing. Remember, feeling is the secret. This is why like visualizations work. People do visualizations and then they don't understand like why they work. And so that's kind of why they get frustrated because it's not working for them. All they're doing there is sitting there thinking about something, but they're not doing the emotional work too. The purpose of doing a visualization is to cause an emotion, guys. So the longer that you do that, the longer that you hold these different kinds of emotional states, the more that they're going to stick. And that's what the universe matches. Again, Neville Goddard, what did he say? Feeling is the secret. It's your subconscious mind that the mental universe matches, guys, that divine intelligence. Okay. So that's what makes this so powerful. I think by now you're starting to see like just how powerful this really is because you're fully prepped and primed to do this ritual now. And then I'll just kind of pray and I might write some things in my journal and stuff like that. Now, again, throughout the rest of the day, you're going to do basically kind of the same thing every hour or two. It just takes 1 minute. It's just 1 minute. You stop, maybe look up away from your computer, whatever you're doing, look out the window, get present, get into kind of that state of stillness, that meditative state, and put your hand on your heart and just feel the emotion of what it is that you want to experience as though it was already happening right now. Like, how are you going to feel when it is happening? And again, visualizations, you can do that to kind of help do that. So you're going to do these micro meditations too throughout the day. So that's it, you guys. That's the ritual. This works and is extremely powerful and potent. So get started. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.